Hey guys, it's Saturday, August 22nd, 2020, and just some brief thoughts today about, it's kind of more political, I guess, than anything, but I still have friends on Facebook that are, I don't know what's going on with them. It's people that I know were raised in the church that had very similar Christian views to me about how the Bible's interpreted, and I see this trend toward socialism. I hate to say socialism, but that's all I can figure it to be. They're really just bashing Trump really hard for not being a Christian or not going to church as he supposed to. Let me set this straight first. Trump is the president. He's not an evangelist. He's not a preacher. I don't know if Trump's a Christian. He proclaims to be a Christian. I don't know his heart. We are not to worship people that we're not to worship people, period. We can look up to people. We can follow example of people, but this whole thing with Trump being a horrible president, I don't get it. And I know I probably lean more toward Trump's direction, and mainly because, first and foremost, I can never be a Democrat because they believe in abortion. I draw the line right there. My first question out the gate when I'm considering any candidate on either side is, what are your feelings toward abortion? Because if you are good with killing a baby in the womb, when that baby in the womb can be adopted or raised properly by a family member or by the mom himself, and you're just doing abortion out of convenience, then you're already marked off my list of candidates. But I do know that, getting back to Trump, he's brought this country into a new direction that I don't feel we've had this same sense of pride as since Reagan. Trump doesn't work for any money. He doesn't work for anybody. He doesn't. I mean, he works for the people, of course, but I mean, there's no one that he just kind of he walks to the beat of his own drum, and I love that in a president. The president is not like I said, he doesn't take a salary. He doesn't. He didn't have to do this. He's a multi-millionaire, billionaire, whatever he is. Why he wanted to do it? It's simply for the love of the country. That's all it can be. He's trying to get the bad old politics out. He's trying to bring in, a fresh economy, new borders, just better military, better relations with Israel, better world relations. People are bashing him because he's wanting to put a wall up when Obama was built cages and put them in cages. And I mean, I'm all for people coming here legally. I'm never for anything with the word illegal in front of it. And that's where I don't understand people that are bashing for the wall. If you're illegal, figure out a way to get in here legally and become a legal citizen. As far as Trump's past, that's his past. I look at present right now with Trump. What's he doing now? Is he doing anything wrong? I don't see it. I mean, all of us have a history. All of us have done stuff wrong. All of us will continue to do stuff wrong. Nobody's perfect. Why he's doing this, I don't know. I do know that I look at it kind of like a pastor. A lot of pastors that I know that could retire, but they never do because their love for God, their love for souls. That you always hear this from a lot of pastors that they'll never retire. Well, that's true because that's their flock. And I think Trump kind of looks at it like America, like his flock. That's the nation he doesn't want to lose. Kind of like a pastor looks at a flock at his church that they don't want to lose, because they know that someone else comes in there to the pastoralship or to the presidency, then a lot of people could be lost out of that fold. I'm drawing parallels there because I think it matches up a little bit. Trump is not a pastor, but he's a good president. A lot of pastors can't be president. I don't know. I'm just rambling about that, I'm sure. And I'm just very upset with a lot of my friends, so-called friends. I don't even know if these folks are my friends, but these people that I'm friends with on Facebook, I call them Facebook friends. It's a shame that they are putting stuff out there to continue to just over-critique. You can over-critique every president. You can critique them and bash them. I just don't understand why they're doing this to the most reasonable candidate as far as, in my opinion, Christians go. There's not really good candidates for, if you want Mike Huckabee, back in the day, that was your Christian leader. If you wanted Ben Carson, that's more of your Christian leader. That's not necessarily what the nation needs, though, because there are so many that aren't Christians. You're not going to get any of their votes if you are more of a pastor in that role. I'm really going far with this, but I'm just disappointed. I'm just disappointed in Facebook friends, and I really probably need to give it up because it tends to bother me, and I shouldn't let things like that rile me up. I should have I saw something awesome today that I want to train to do. I know it sounds wild, but I've always been a huge opponent of abortion, and I've been watching a lot of videos about folks that go out and encourage young women not to have abortions at the clinics. And I've never done it before, but pray that if that's something that the Lord's leading me to do, even if it's with my kids, but to protect the unborn would be amazing. Even if it's just putting something in their hand, even if it's just something on a poster board, hey, we'll adopt your child, or we know someone that wants your child. Just something that may shift their mind from killing their baby to having a nice, healthy baby and obeying God's word. So anyway, I'm gonna do a Sunday school lesson here in the morning, and I may post it on my Facebook, on my channel later. But it's going to be on the last beat of your heart, or the last breath you take. And I got to gear it toward 7-year-olds, or 6, 7, 8-year-olds. So pray for me that I say the right words. I don't want to ever scare somebody, but I do want them to be aware of the fact that at any moment we can be called away into eternity, whether it's by death or by rapture or whatever. So I'll be working on that, thinking about that, and praying about that one tonight. All right, thank you guys. Y'all have a wonderful Saturday.